mean, from handling his page and getting the feedback from fans and, having to go through messages and DMs, we knew that he was loved, right? But we didn't really understand how much. We were hoping that, he would even just enter the top five. From that moment, of course, that period, we were already sensing that, okay, yes, he's going to enter top five because we knew how the love was. But we didn't think he was going to win until, we started, reading DMs and everything. We're like, yes, the love is massive, but we live in Nigeria. Nothing is free and fair. This is somebody that has nobody, just we, his team. It's not like we paid any blog or campaign for votes. It was just all natural. So I'm not even gonna lie, I was scared. I was scared. I didn't know how the results were going to turn out. I was just in my mind. I'm just like, it's part of top five. We can't wait to have him. Let's just build on the platform we have and try as much as possible to push his music as much as we could. Because that was my husband's main focus, his music basically. So yeah, I didn't expect what happened, and when it happened, I think there were pictures circulating of me crying, ugly pictures of me circulating crying, and my mouth spoiling all over the place because I couldn't, I don't think I can explain it or put it into words how I felt. I felt like a proud woman. Yeah, my husband is an A&R person and has been Likon's manager way before he entered into the club. Yes, 9th of January was 5 years. Maybe 5 years we, did our introduction. I don't know. Marriage is different for everybody. There's not one size fits all. It's not a shoe that you can just put on and it fits everybody. But for me, I really don't, like I said, this is my personal opinion. I don't get when people say I'm married. I'm grateful to God for the kind of marriage I have. It doesn't feel any different. We still feel like we're dating. We still feel like best friends. We still feel like brothers and sisters. And I think that's because, I don't know, God blessed me with a very wonderful, understanding, supportive partner. He's my best friend, so he has always been that. Nothing has changed. Yeah, we see that a lot of Trust me, I'm troublesome. I'm just I love my troubles. First off, I don't even think that was my first attempt at project film. That must have been my second or third. I've been doing project film from auditioning for project film for 2007. Oh, the journey wasn't easy. We also.
And today you are doing movies, I think recently on Caribbean did shoot.
Yeah, he's ongoing, it's ongoing, he's still doing it. He's shooting a series called Inside Life. Watch out for it. Very massive. I'm excited about it. But you know how people would say that it's a general saying, people don't see where you come from, they don't see your journey. They only see you when you're there. I'm not even going to say I'm there yet, based on, I say my throat is very wide, where I see myself, but I'm on the journey and it hasn't been all that rosy, It has been this year is going to make it 10 years for me in the industry, acting industry, not even in my modeling or, pageantry. I've done it all, And for me, it has always been I had passion for the arts. But at the same time, I also wanted to make ends meet, So this was me putting what I loved and trying to make money from it, just so that I could support my mom as much as I could, and all of that, because it wasn't easy just being the only one doing everything. Well, now I'm the only child. I lost my brother 2019, my only sibling. It hasn't been easy because, as a young girl trying to earn make an honest living, it was quite difficult because, this is me trying to remember the home that I was from, trying to make my mom proud, at the same time trying to make sure that I don't throw away my values, my home training and all of that. So it was quite difficult, but I thank God for where we are today.
Alright, so
Well, like I said, everything I was doing, as much as I had a passion for it, was also a means to an end. So acting was not really something I thought I wanted to do. I just coincidentally went for an audition with a friend and, she went into audition. I was waiting for her. I didn't know how. Of course, I was familiar with auditions because I've done project film and everything, but I didn't know how difficult acting auditions where, at least project film, if you wait and wait and wait and wait and you get tired, you can say, oh, you want to go and buy this, you're coming back, or you're done, you're not even doing it anymore, But this one was stages after stages, and I just had to wait. We got there like really early, and I was waiting, I was hungry, I wanted to leave. My mom was already calling because I just told her that, I was just going to see my friend there and then, stay a while and then come back. Well, her bags were with me, I couldn't leave, so I had to find a way to go in. They said the only way I could go in was to audition. I'm like, okay, give me the form, let's audition. So I filled it in, hoping that as the line was getting closer, I probably would see her, tell her, babe, I'm going, here's your bag, And then I entered and I'm seeing like 6 different doors and 6 different lines, people entering different rooms. I'm like, what's going on, And the line kept going closer and closer and closer until it got to my turn. Obviously, I had to enter to audition because, hey, I didn't see her. And then I dropped the bag by the door, I entered, and I was oblivious to what I was doing there. And then they asked me, like, do you have a monologue prepared? I'm like, monologue, what's that? Like, something that you've prepared for yourself, like an actor. I'm like, and then in church, I remember that I used to act, like I was in a drama club in church and I just decided to do something. I'm like, okay, this is me being put on the spot. I cannot afford to come and for my family's hands. Every opportunity is an opportunity. So I did something and they were like, okay. I didn't get any reaction from them. They were bland. Their faces they had poker faces on. So I didn't even know if I did well or, because if it was probably project film, from their faces you could tell whether they were enjoying what you were doing or not. I'm like, oh well, it's not like I really cared about it. Shall open the door and let me leave. So I left, went outside, still did not see my friend. I still had to wait like another 30 minutes. Eventually I saw her. And I'm like, babe, I went inside to look for you and I had to audition. Don't ever try that again, I felt so stupid, out of place. She was like, blah, blah, blah. And we left and we went to. 2 months later, I get a call from African Magic. I'm like, sorry, is this Scarlet shows? I wasn't married there. I'm like, yes. It was like, please, you auditioned at so and so place and we'd like to have you come back for a read. I'm like, sorry, if you're trying to reach my friend, probably she drops my number as, she's like, it's like, you're Scarlet, right? I'm like, yes, it's you. I'm like, okay. Very early, 6 a.m., they told me to get up for 7. 6 a.m., I had gotten on the road. 7:30, I was there waiting. Eventually, I went in, I auditioned, and I got the job. That was my first movie ever, and I was lead character. Wow. Acting with other A-list actors. I couldn't even believe my eyes. I went on set, I was seeing Ayo Adesonya, I was seeing Frank, Mr. Frank. I was freaking out in my mind. I'm like, is this really happening? I kept pinching myself like, okay, I'm about to act, like for real, and it's not even a startup. Like, I'm the lead character of this movie, and then the producer came on set jokingly with everybody and then goes, what's your name? I'm like, Scarlet. I was like, I like that name, Scarlet. How about we name the movie Scarlet? I'm like, are you joking? I thought I was joking until I saw the movie. I mean, the name of the movie was Scarlet. I'm like, what? This is ordained by God. If I needed a sign, this is a sign. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be, And I just fell in love with it. I kept, doing it and getting better at that. So it wasn't like I had any formal training or anything. It was just a means to an end, and then eventually I fell in love with it. I think that's one of the hardest questions I've ever had to answer in my entire life. I don't think I have a favorite. Yeah. I fall in love with every job differently. I don't know about other actors, but for me it's a different experience. You know what it means to? It feels like you put a child in a candy store and then you tell the child, pick your favorite candy. Like, hell no, I want to go with everything, Yeah. So for every job, it's a different experience. It's a different feeling. It's a different story. So they all have different feelings. I can't pick. Like I said, for me, if I don't think I'm going to enjoy the role, then what's the point in doing the movie anyway? But for challenging, I like challenging roles. I like roles that would make me work for it, like how to go out of what I know, what I believe, and all of that. So I've had a few of those, and if I'm to mention a few, I really enjoyed playing. There's a movie I shot last year, towards the middle of last year, called Oh Love. It was directed by director Remy Ibinola, and the character was so challenging. This was me playing some naive HND holder, bush girl that works at, what's it called? The wellness center, and then she falls in love with a celebrity. You can imagine the two worlds meeting and her naivety and everything. it was challenging. It was really challenging. Me having to forget everything I know because I'm learned. I'm learned. I'm educated. I'm exposed, and having to put that away and act like I know nothing in blank slate. It was so challenging. I fell in love with it, and I was so lucky to have a director that could, put me through and tell me no, do it again. No, yeah. It was amazing, and my co-actors were giving me the right energy. It just felt like it was meant to be. Another one would be Anu. I played the character of a woman with postpartum depression. She just put to bed and she had postpartum depression, which is a thing I don't think a lot of people believe in so much. And I was opportune to play the character, and it was so, 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 so challenging because I could relate. I could relate with this, and I wanted people to, get to hear the story and just watch the story and understand what women with postpartum depression go through. I hope I was able to do it justice. Hopefully, when you guys see it, you get to. Another one was currently this one I'm doing with Clarence Peters. I mean, I had to. That's why my hair is like this. I had to go bald. Yeah. And this is me playing something different from anything I've ever played. I don't even want to say too much, so I don't let the cat out of the bag. But
one thing I think that you like good hairs.
Thank you, she. I'm man. I'm so good.
Like wow.
Thank you. Well, that it's okay to hear no often, right? Because my star sign, I'm Taurian. I was born in May, so I'm really competitive. I don't like hearing no for an answer. If you tell me no, I want to go at it again. I want to do it over and over till I get a yes. And I wish I knew it was okay to hear no once in a while, because for every time I heard it, it felt strange to me because I'm not used to hearing no. So when I would go for auditions and they would pick me. I always had it. So the first time I got no from an audition, I'm like, no? No that you want me to do it again, or no that you think I can do it better, or no, we don't want you. I'm like, okay, that's strange. I felt so dejected. I felt so downcasted and everything. I got home, I remember crying to my husband, and I'm like, why would they say no? What did I do? Is it that the director doesn't like? And then he had to tell me, he was like, it's okay to get no once in a while. No doesn't mean you're not good at what you do. No just probably means you're not what they're looking for, which is okay. You can't be everything. And then as time went on, I started to get, used to it. And I just use it as a stepping stone. Okay, no, you can do it better this way. You can, it's okay to get no. You can't always get it, and it's okay. Yes, it's okay to get no. Yeah, it helps you. It gives you enough fuel to want to prove them wrong. Amen. Okay, so this is going to be very difficult to answer because I don't think I have failures. I don't see them as failures. I see them as an opportunity to do better. Right? So I don't think I might be weird. I always say that I'm one of those people that God created specially. So I don't. The only other time I would say I failed, maybe when we say exams, okay, and I write it because we tell it as failing in school. But in life lessons, and I don't think I have failures. I don't see them as failures. I'm sorry. So I don't think I can answer that question how you want me to. Okay. In having life challenges, I think one of the greatest challenges I've ever had to face is losing loved ones. I don't think we can ever get used to that. You feel like you're used to losing loved ones, and then boom, what happens, and then you're like, you're reminded of that pain. And through life, I've come to realize that losing people is a natural occurrence in life. As much as we don't like to face it, it's going to happen. And what do you do in situations like that? For me, I try to remember the ones that I've lost as much as I can, and I realize that as time goes on, it's easy to forget. You get used to, you never forget the feeling and the pain, and the void is never filled. But then you tend to lose memories, and you try to hang on to memories to remember them, like, oh, what did this person used to look like? Oh, so I've realized that, losing people is natural, and you just hold on to as much memories as you can and enjoy the people around you as much as you can, because nobody's promised tomorrow. go for it. If you love my job as acting and you want to go for it, go for it. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or cannot do. Confidence is everything. I always tell people hard work is everything as well. Talent is not enough. You have to be ready to work hard at it. Be ready to hear a lot of no's, but keep going at it. Don't expect to know somebody that knows somebody that will help you climb up the top, because usually people feel like that's how it should be. I have a lot of people sliding into my DMs telling me, oh, please, I want to act. It doesn't happen like that. I'm an actor, I'm not a producer or a director. If I was a producer or director, I'll be able to say, okay, come and audition for me. But I'm an actor, I get called as everyone else gets called. You get what I mean? So what do you do when you don't have these resources? Auditions are key. Go for auditions, try and watch as much movies as you can, get some kind of knowledge, even if you can't go to the school, read about it, do your research, just try as much as possible so that, when the right time comes and the opportunity comes, you'll be ready, do the work, and as much as possible, do monologues if you can, because these days everybody's going digital. People would rather go through your page first before even giving you a chance. So as much as possible, put your work on there, do monologues, put it up on your Instagram account so that when people come and they take you seriously and they want to see what you're all about, they will have things to, fall back on. And, if you have one or two people that you can ask for help to put you through, you have questions, you can also do that. My DMs are open too. If I can read through them and get to you, I'll be glad to help as well as much as I can.